Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about our whole school year. Hi, if you are new here, my name is Shardae. I'm a homeschool mom to 5 children. Their ages are 9, 6, 4, and then I have twins who are 18 months old. And we recently ended our school year. We've been about 2 weeks into our summer break, and I was going back and forth on whether I wanted to really do year-round homeschooling, which would be like not really take a break, but we are going to take a break. What is going on with my lips, guys? Sorry. Using you for a mirror. And or just take a complete summer break. And I kind of did a hodgepodge of both. So my original plan was to do a 2 weeks off, still keep with our Sabbath schedule. 2 weeks off, 6 weeks on, 2 weeks off, 6 weeks on, 2 weeks off, and then get started back with our regular 1 week off, 6 weeks on Sabbath. And that worked out great because, well, it's going to work out great because we're still kind of doing it because our vacations are on those 2 week off breaks, if that makes sense. And I'll still have time to get clothes cleaned and recuperate and restart our week in a positive way and not be overwhelmed with so many after vacation duties. And if you're a mama, which you probably are, and if you're a homeschool mama, which you probably are, and if you're a homemaker, which you probably are, you get it. You just can't go right into homeschooling. It's a literal job. So you need a break from the vacation. And so we actually we're going to start back up, and what we are going to do is we're actually going to take 4 weeks off right now, and then we'll go back to our regular rotation. And that's been helpful because, as y'all know, I'm taking Biblical Greek 1 and 2 in 9 weeks, and it is like, it's going great. I have an A, but I'm working really hard, and I can't do anything else right now outside of that. So baseball season kept us busy. Biblical Greek kept me even more busy, and so homeschooling just is not something that I want to I can't right now. So I've got this week and next week, and that's it. And so I still have to do an exegesis project, and once that's over, we're going back to homeschool because the kids miss it too. But anyway, so what we've been doing this summer, we've been park hopping. So usually I just go to the one down the street that we can either walk to or a quick drive. But we've been park hopping, trying different parks, and we've been in Charlotte for 12 years. My daughter's only 9, so we probably wouldn't have gone to parks anyway. And we've never really explored outside of like 3 or 4 parks. So this has been really fun. The kids are always excited about what splash pad or what park we're going to go to. And then we also have a YMCA membership. We've been going to the pool. We haven't been going to the library as much as I would think we would be going, but such is life. I just have older kids, and maybe I'll make next summer a priority to do like the toddler stuff that my older kids really aren't into. But anyway, let's talk about the end of the school year. So our last 6 weeks went really well. We finished most of our curriculum. I do have a kindergarten year-end review and a 3rd grade year-end review coming out, and then after that I also have and I've known what we were going to pick, but it just kind of didn't seem natural to kind of put out what we are going to use before we do like a year-end review of everything we did use. And even this video, like I just felt like it wasn't natural. So I haven't filmed them yet, but I will put them out. But all in all, we've had some great field trips. We went to go see a play, and I'll try to put a clip or a picture of us there. It was Dragons Love Tacos, I think. I don't know, but Yeah, dragons love tacos. And that was super fun. The kids loved it. They got to see other children in an artsy field in their element, and they came out of it with a bunch of inside jokes. This was like the first field trip where I felt like it was age appropriate for everybody. Well, no, some of the nature preserves were age appropriate for everyone too, but this one was like a fun one, but also educational, but also the kids came out with some inside jokes and like that they had with each other, and it was like a great bonding moment. And so when we had our next field trip, which was, well, we had a field trip after that, and then we had one to the strawberry picking. My husband wanted to come because I was in on all of that, and he was kind of like an outsider, so he ended up coming to our last field trip for the school year. He typically doesn't come unless, you know, or what he will do is he'll stay home with the twins, and then I'll go out with the olders. But that was pretty fun. I think that that was a cool bonding moment for everyone. And then Donovan had his kindergarten graduation. That was fun. I didn't film it because we had people here that, you know, their life is not on YouTube, which is fair. And then another thing is I still haven't done this, but I've taken pictures throughout the year, and I want to put together a yearbook. I saw Ashley from Grace and Grit. She does that, and I thought, I don't want to use her same company, but I just thought I would do like, Walmart has one, and I think Google, which my pictures are stored on Google. So it might even be better just to get a book made through Google or Walmart. I don't know, whatever you guys use. Can you just leave it in the comments? Let me know any companies you use to make your yearbook, if you make one. I also saw, I can't think of her name, but I will put it here. She just got a normal notebook, like a it was either, I don't even know if it was spiral or not, but she just got a normal notebook, and they pasted the pictures on the pages and they decorated it. And that was cheap and fun. And maybe we'll do that, but I kind of wanted something that I could, well, I could keep that too. It doesn't matter. We could end up doing that too, but I wanted to do it before we actually start our new school year. Anyway, so just updates on everyone. My 4-year-old, who is in pre-K, he will be going to doing another year of pre-K. We ended his school year on the letter P, and, well, to be honest, I never really stopped with him. So I don't know. We are right now, we are on the letter P, and I've been taking a very minimal approach. I actually have a curriculum for him, and I haven't been using it. It's something that I found online, and I think it's because I also don't have the time to pull stuff out, but I do look at it to get ideas, and that's what actually sparked how I'm doing it right now, because they give, occasionally they'll give a book. Well, not occasionally, every week they'll give a book. And so when I go into my library app, I'll check that book out, but then the library gives recommendations based off of that book. And so I've been doing, I'll check that book out and maybe 2 more. And that seems to be reasonable, because I can read 3 to 2 books to him. 2 to 3 books. Why did I say it like that? I can read him 2 to 3 books a week based on that topic, especially if it's, you know, focusing on a letter or a color. That's what I've been trying to do. And guess what, guys? He's been learning. So we're going to stick with that. We're going to continue to the rest of the alphabet. Once we finish the alphabet, we'll be moving on to teach your child to read in 100 easy lessons. I did start out with him and my 6-year-old. I had them doing it together, but of course my 6-year-old was doing leaps and bounds past him. And so I decided to just pause it for my 4-year-old, and then we'll pick that up with him. Probably, it would seem around the fall time where we'd pick that book up for him. And I don't plan on doing anything else with him in regards of like actual schoolwork. I just wanted to play and be a kid and be, you know. And so I found that book was super helpful to me when I was helping my 6-year-old learn to read. And so we're just gonna, you know, keep it rolling with my 4-year-old. Now, with my 6-year-old, he completed his math. He did not complete his from phonics to reading level K. And that's because I introduced Teach Your Child to Read in 100 Easy Lessons. And so he's about 30 lessons into Teach Your Child to Read in 100 Easy Lessons. And then he's on lesson 10, which if you use that curriculum, that's really, he's done like 50 lessons, and that each lesson is 5 days. And so we're just going to continue with the kindergarten level. Maybe I'll switch him to the first grade level when he gets into first grade. Like, that's what we'll do this summer, but I'm not really pressed to start him on that first grade level. If your child is blending, the red book, the level A book, is probably where you want to be anyway. So I do see where I probably will have to switch him over, but that will be eventually. And then with his science, we didn't finish it, but it's okay because we're going to move on to another science, which I have that video out for you guys a little later. But the science was pretty cool because Jesse, my 9-year-old science, and his science were the same topics, but hers was just a little bit more in depth, so I could teach to her, but his book was able to be filled out to her, which was cool because I didn't have to teach it a couple times. Sometimes I did separate them if they weren't having a good day, but other than that, it's been great. And then with our I'm going to call it social studies because really that's what it is. Well, it could be history. For our social studies, we were doing Amazing Africa. We're still not done, but you know what? It's okay. We're taking a little bit at a time, and we're going to finish that up. And then we will probably continue with another Heritage Mom Pack. I'm thinking about doing the hymn study, or you know what? We'll do the hymn study because I know she has like something on the Renaissance period, but the Harlem Renaissance period. There we go. But we're not even there in our history yet, so I'm not going to open that can of worms yet. But yeah, we'll probably move on to a hymn study once we are done with that. And now for my 9-year-old, the one who has started us all, who has started this off. She did great with math. We're moving on to the next one. So if you guys don't know, we were using Apologia 2. And then early on in the school year, I was helping out another mama who was transitioning back to work. And so her kids were using Math with Confidence level 2. She ended up buying an extra student book. So, and the teacher's guide was too much for me. So I just had them all doing Apologia level 2 and then using the Math with Confidence student book to like on their own. Like, don't ask, you can do it. And they're similar, they teach similarly, so it's not like I was just like, oh, you can do it on your own. But they all did a page. She got about halfway through with that, and so I'm going to have her continue to do that as she is working in Apologia level 3. Now, with that being said though, Apologia, they have their own topics that they want the child to review as they are moving on in the subjects. It's mastery, but they do have like a spiral review that they prefer to happen. And so we're going to do that, but I was so back and forth on what to do with, I liked the fact that I could teach her lesson. And Apologia was more like my language, more layman's terms, more down to how I would speak. And then I could give her the Math with Confidence, and then she could do the more, Math with Confidence, I felt like had more word problems. And had more of a review when it comes to book work. Apologia's review mostly came with games. And that's fine because that's our jam. Okay, so for level 3, I'm like still kind of back and forth about, do I buy the level 3 student book for Math with Confidence, or do I go with Math Mammoth? I already bought the review packs for Math Mammoth because it had a sale. But I'm going back and forth on whether or not do I still want the Math with Confidence student book, because I loved it. I just don't like the student guide, the teacher's guide. So I'm back and forth on what to do with that, and I put money aside for it. Just don't tell my husband, because I had money aside for additional math support and I spent it. But the math review packs for Math with Confidence were on sale, like a really good sale. And so what do I do? And because the review packs for Math Mammoth, it came with grades 1 through 6, K through 6, I can't remember, but I could use that for my son too. I would have to buy, not necessarily, I wouldn't have to buy another Math with Confidence grade 1. So I don't know. Those are just the things that I'm kind of dealing with. And then, so what's going on with me? Oh, the twins are doing great. They're twinning. They're actually like playing together, and it's just like such a glorious thing to see as well. And then with me, I'm just trying to get past Greek. And I think after that I can like, but then next summer, I am going to be taking an intensive for biblical Hebrew. And so that's kind of why we did the 4 weeks off right now, because we are technically really going to start back school in July, because knowing that I have an intensive of Hebrew coming, I want to be done with school in April. That's just where it is, because my brain, guys, it's like I don't want to paint a bad picture, but it's just using a part of my brain that I don't typically have to use. Like in seminary, you're reading and you write a paper. You research, you read, you write a paper. You research, you read, you write a paper. This class has tests, quizzes, like an actual like boom, 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 boom. And it's so fast paced. So fast paced. I can't. So if I could do it all over again, I think I would have maybe found a different school to take it with. Because we can do that. Like we have, like our school is a part of a consortium. Whew. Woof, woof, woof. Okay. But anyway, I got this. I got 2 more weeks and I got this. I got this. I got this. And yeah, that's all I have for you today. If I could leave you with any advice, it would be that you know your children, you know your family, and you know your situation. You can totally do this. Keep going strong. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Think about subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to drink your water and repent. And God loves you. Bye.